The next thing in our top tech tips is the software. So the two things I have pictured here, one of them is you want to have a way to securely store your passwords and access your sites. There's platforms called SSOs, or single sign-ons, and they include password managers, and then there's also single password managers. So they make keeping track of all your websites and applications easier and more secure. And you sign in once in a secure way. It's usually multi-factor authenticated. So you not only have to put in your username and password, but you also have to have another form of signing in. So either sending a quick message to your notification to your phone that you would approve, or having biometric authentication like a fingerprint or a scan of your face. And then once you get into that first part, you have all of your websites, all of your apps, all the other places that you would sign into all in one place, and you just click a button and it securely signs you in. You don't have to remember all those passwords and keep all those things organized. So it's just one single sign-on. We use Okta, and we also have used LastPass privately, but we use Okta for our business. And then remotely accessing your office data is really important. Terminal services or having a virtual private network or a VPN can provide protected access to your confidential company data. And it's as if you're sitting right there in your office. So you can, it securely creates a tunnel so that you can access that data. A cloud-based collaboration communication platform like Office 365 or G Suite is a low-cost solution for businesses that can really go a long way. If you're going to invest in something, this is something that I would definitely recommend looking into. They centralize all your remote capabilities. You can use Office apps to collaboratively work on documents at the same time with colleagues. That's something that you used to not be able to do with a lot of documents like Word. You wouldn't be able to work in at the same time, but that's changed. We find that for our needs and for our means, Office 365 is more powerful and affordable product, but it really depends on what you're trying to accomplish and what your needs are. So Office 365 and G Suite both have video conferencing software built in to their packages. So instead of using Zoom for Office 365, you have Teams, Microsoft Teams, and that's its replacement. And that also includes instant messaging software. And then for G Suite, it's Google Meet. So again, they add a lot of value for a low cost, and you're always up to date with the software over using the perpetual licensing that you would get from just getting like an Outlook 2016 or an Office 2019. Where with working remotely, distractions can come into play. So there's some apps and some software that help with that to limit those distractions. You can program on your smartphone. There's screen time limits that function across your devices. So if you have for iPhone, for instance, or for Apple, for instance, if you have an iPhone and an iPad, you can make them sync up so that if you want to limit things that you're looking at on your iPhone, if you want to limit things that you're looking at like social media, and you look at it for, you have your limit set to half an hour, let's say, but you look at it for 20 minutes on your iPhone and then you switch over to your iPad, you can have those sync so that it knows that you've already looked at it for 20 minutes on your iPhone so that you don't then get another half hour on your iPad. There's also for your computer, there's other software apps. There's rescuetime.com and Freedom2. They offer automatic time tracking and distraction blocking for multiple devices and operating systems. So for screen time, it works mostly on the mobile devices, the built-in system settings, and then for your computer, you can use some of those other websites. Also, business analytics apps are great to kind of give you productivity reports. Office, there's that rescue time that I mentioned earlier. They also have productivity reports that just show how you're working, when your most productive times are. And then Office 365 has built-in automatic productivity reports. They send out weekly, and they tell you who your biggest collaborators are, so who you're emailing with most, who you're talking with most, when your most productive times of the day are based on your meetings and emails you send and things like that, and then what times you're most able to focus. And it gives you those kind of reports and metrics weekly.